Hey guys, welcome to this Crimson Moon unboxing. We are checking out the Green Lantern Corp as well as Hal Jordan Brightest Light. This is from Knight Models from their DC Universe miniatures game line. Yes, they still make miniatures and this game is still very much alive. There's still people out there that still play the game. They're still showing some support, not as much as I wish they would show, but the game is very much still around. So we picked these up at a pretty good deal off of eBay, and this is just Hal Jordan here. And I think these still have the cards because I know they've gone cardless. You have to download the cards, print them out in order to play. I'll probably have to go on their website to make sure that these haven't been updated. But without further ado, we will take a look at what's inside. I'll be right back, take this plastic off so that we can show you the minis. So we're starting off with Hal Jordan. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Try and get it out of this package. My other hand has to hold the camera. But hey, all right, I got to open it. Let's fold that up. And I'm not too sure. Hey, it does come with the card. All right, so that means that's one card that I won't have to print. But of course, I'm gonna have to double check to make sure that it has not been updated. But this is the spiffy card here, and if you notice, they don't have the fold out like they used to. I remember they used to have the fold out. Oh, come on, focus. Okay, so now that it's focused, now we can take a look at the card. So we have Green Lantern Brightest Light. He's Hal Jordan. His attributes, he's got an 8 for power, 4, 7, 12 on speed, strength 2, attack 6, size 2, agility 8, stamina 7, willpower 12. When he's at full power, he's at +1 to his attack, +1 to his power, and looks like he's got what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 16 total health. He loses his abilities once he's in his medium, so he won't have +1 power, +1 attack, and then he gets nothing either, but then he doesn't get any negatives as well, so that's actually pretty good. His skills, he has the fly ability, he's got energy and leadership 8. Off the top of my head, I'm not too sure what those abilities are. Fly, of course, he can fly around. He ignores all kinds of terrain. Level 13 is the amount that you're going to be spending in order to recruit him on your team. His affiliation is Justice League, Green Lantern, and he's a good guy. He's a good dude. And his defenses, he's got a 15 on his, I think that's strength. It's been a while since I played this game. I apologize, guys. Energy defense is 15. His mental psychic, I want to say, is 17. And then his intelligence or his brain activities at 14. Those are the type of attacks that you can do on the item, the model itself. His attacks, let's see, he's got offensive construct, which costs 3, and this is your basic attack, so he can do that constantly as long as he has the energy for it. That's the type of attack that he's going to be using. The amount of damage is going to do, which is 2. He has a range. It's got a range. He can do 8. That's a fighting. You can do an overload, or you can do a homing. Then his other attack, which is a once per game ability, that's what the red is, and then it costs 5, so it costs a lot of power. Green Gatling, it's an energy attack. It does 5 damage. It's a range of 12. It has piercing 5, overload, irresistible. Then we're looking at Green Blast, which is a cost of 3. This one he can do it once per turn. It's an energy attack. It does a damage of 3. It's a range of 8, and it has penetrative. And then these are his special powers. Those are just his attacks. A lot of these special powers are sometimes just a one-time use. So this energy field, it's for red. It costs him 2. It's a reactive, so you can use it on your opponent's turn if you wanted to. This model gains resistance to I think that's his toughness and energy of 2 until the end. So you're adding 2 to his defenses whenever they try to hit you with those type of attacks until the end of the round. Then you got blunt instrument that he can do as an action. It costs 3, and this is once per turn. It's a range of 6. This model can use the free grab and throw on target model or scenery piece, considering the strength for this throw to be a 4. Once again, I'm not too sure what some of that means because, again, I haven't played the game in quite some time. We got Force of Will, cost 3. He can only use it once per game, and it's an action as well. It's a range of 4. Until the end of the round, all friendly models in range gain +1 to attack and devote. That's pretty good. So a range of a 4. Anybody within range 4 of him will get +1 to attack, all defenses, and speed. So not too bad. Then you're looking at Power of Will, costs 0. He can use it once per turn. It's a action. This model's next attack uses willpower instead of attack. So that's pretty good. He can use one of his other skills to attack rather than using the attack skill. Energy projection for a cost of 0. He can do that whenever he wants to because it's green, so that you can do that constantly. When attacking, before you select the target, you may change the nature of the attack to I believe that's physical rather than energy. So for one of these attacks, you can change it to a physical instead if you wanted to do that, the energy projection. So it's been a while since I've played DC Universe. In case you guys haven't checked out, I think we released about 3 different videos on this game. Now the only thing is I never really just went all full DC. It was always DC versus Marvel. I'll link those in the description below in case you guys want to check those battle reports out. I don't think I ever did a learning game. Maybe down the line, maybe I'll go ahead and do that. Just because this game is a lot of fun. It's definitely could use an upgrade. I'm not too sure why Knight Models hasn't really done anything to really push this game. It's been very slow on releases. There isn't a whole lot of new models that have been coming out because I guess the base is going to sit there. And I don't know, sometimes I just feel like they've kind of abandoned this game because they haven't really done too much with it compared to like Batman, the miniatures game, and of course Harry Potter. DC has kind of just been sitting in the back burner and they haven't really done too much to push the game. I've never really seen a starter, like a 2-player starter, which I think it would help this game immensely. But I don't know, I'm not too sure what the deal is. Looks like there's a lot of cleaning that I'm gonna have to do on this model. So that's the one thing about the plastic that they use, but I'm pretty sure that should be an easy fix. Shouldn't be that hard because I know just replace your X-Acto with a brand new knife and it should cut it right off, can clip it right off, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue. And you have the little extra parts here. It looks like explosion. There's his head, and the details on these models are actually really good. The stuff that Knight Models puts out, I'm very impressed with a lot of the stuff they do. A lot of their models look really great. And looks like that's the lantern. Those are just bits and pieces, I'm guessing, from his base. I guess like an explosion of some sort. And looks like that's pretty much it for this model. There's really nothing else in here. And then here's your base. That's just gonna glue right on top of this bad boy. And I'm hoping I'm not missing any pieces, but it doesn't look like it. That's his body right there. His leg, that's going to go into this piece here, and then of course his other arm, which is where his little lantern's at. All right, so let's take a look at his actual Green Lantern crew. All right, so here we go. Let me see if I can do it one more time. Opening this up, and let's try and get these models out. Now, when these were released, I want to say I think they released also the Sinestro Corps, and I've really been wanting to get that crew as well. And the problem is that a lot of the Knight Models miniatures are starting to kind of go away. I think they had just recently canceled, or I should say put out of production, the Superman, which is Superboy, and I think Cyborg. Oh my gosh, I can't get it out. There we go. There we go, it's coming out. And yay, we got cards. Perfect. All right, so let's take a look, make sure everything is out. Trying to struggle with this thing, just chunk that to the side. And there is 4 models in this one here. So you've got, actually there's 5, oh geez. So I will try and go as quickly as I can with these cards, just so you guys can check out what they look like and some of their abilities. In case you do play DC Universe, you'll understand exactly what I am talking about. Whoops, sorry, I'm trying to get this thing to focus. All right, there we go. So we got Chip, and looks like Chip, I guess he's a rabbit. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he sure is. So he's at a cost of 11. He's got a power 7, speed 4, 7, 12. So more than likely he does have fly, strength 1, attack 6, size 1, agility 10, stamina 7, willpower 11. He's got energy, fly, and then comrade Salak. So I guess he's buddy with Salak, I guess. All right, so he has affiliation just as the Green Lantern. Defenses, he is pretty tough to hit in physical. He's at 18 energy, 18, 16 on psychic. I'm not too sure what the term is for that. I'm just calling it psychic. I apologize for that. And then his mind is 16. Very low health though. He's got 2, 4, 6 health only. He's got +1 attack, +2 to power whenever he's at full strength. Once he starts getting a little weaker, he still has +1 power, and then he has nothing once he's down to his final health. All right, so what is his abilities? Let's see. We've got offensive construct. It's the constant attack he can do for 3. Physical is the nature. It does 2 damage, the range of 8. He can overload it with homing. Then he has a small power, which is a one-time use. It costs 5, also physical. It does 3 damage, and it looks like it's hand-to-hand only. So I'm guessing he can do this in hand-to-hand, or he can do it from range 8. I think that's what that means. Then he can overload it and snare 4. Then he has Green Blast, which you can do once per turn. He has a cost of 3. It's an energy attack, 3 damage. The range is an 8, and it's penetrative, kind of like Hal. And then his special powers, he can do a one-time use energy field, costs him 2. It's a reactive, once again, just like Hal. And his resistance and his energy can go up to 2 until the end of the turn. So you'll add 2 to those nature types. And then you're looking at a blunt instrument, which is a blue, which you can only use it once per turn for 3. It's an action. It's a range 6. This model can use a free grab and throw in a target model or scenery piece. Consider the strength of this throw to be a 4. Then you got annoying, which is cost 1. He can do that as many times as he wants, as long as he has the energy to pay for it. And it's a reactive, so again, you can use that as a reaction. It's a range 4. A friendly model with the affiliate Green Lantern that is being attacked or targeted by a special power may force the enemy to re-roll any dice. Yeah, that's pretty good. Then we have energy projection, causes 0, and he can use it anytime. It's an action. When attacking, before you select the target, you can change the nature of the attack to a physical or energy. So he can change any one of these into that specific attack instead. Or actually, oh yeah, it's either or. So yeah, you can do either that. All right, so that is the Chip. So then, or chipmunk, I should say rabbit. All right, so now we're looking at Salak, which is Chip's buddy. So he has a power of 11. That's how much it costs to recruit him. He's also just as the Green Lantern. He has a power 7, speed 4, 7, 12, strength of a 4. So he can actually get up and smack some people. I guess I would explain the knives in his hands. Strength 4, attack 6, size 2, agility 8, stamina 8, willpower 11. He's got fly, energy, and comrade Chip. So a lot of these Green Lanterns seem to have the same type of skills. His defenses are 16, 15, 16, and 14. So he's a little tough to hit. Not too bad. Not as fast as Chip, but he still has some speed on him. So at full power, he's got +1 attack, +1 power. He loses it all once he's get to his mid-term or mid damage level, and then finally once he's in his final attack or final almost dead health, he loses everything. So but he doesn't gain anything either, which is good because they're usually always in the red and they start getting negatives to their rolls. So you're looking at 2, 4, 6, 12, looks like 15 health for Salak. And now we flip it up around, and looks like his special powers are pretty much the same. Looks like Book of Oa is different. So that is, oh, that's a passive. So that's going to be always on. It's a range of a 4. Friendly models with the affiliate Green Lantern may use attacks and special power, spending 1 less power counter with a minimum of 1. That's pretty good. So he's going to make him cheaper to use these attacks for his buddies. He's at the same thing as the other two: energy projection, blunt instrument, and energy field. For his attacks, he's got offensive construct, which I believe is the same thing. That's his generic attack that he can keep doing. He's got a one-time attack, which is a red tactical hit, which is a cost of a 5. It does 4 damage, and it has a stun 5. And then green blast, which you can do once per turn, which is his energy attack for 3. Does 3 damage, range 8, and it's penetrative. All right, so there are the two buddies. And then we're going to be taking a look. We'll save him for later. Let's go ahead and do Orisa. Take a look at Orisa. Orisa costs 12. Affiliation is Justice League and Green Lantern. Power 7, speed 6, 8, 12, strength 2, attack 6, size 2, agility 10, stamina 7, willpower 11. She has fly, energy, master fighter. Ooh, nice. Okay. All right. So we're seeing something different here. Regeneration 2, and she's got stealth. She's a 16 on physical, 16 energy. Looks like psychic is 16, and then mind is 16. She has a little bit less health, but she does have +1 attack, +1 power at full strength. And she still has it even at mid strength. And then once she's at the low, she loses everything, but she doesn't gain anything, which is good. So she's got 2, 4, 6, 10, looks like 13 health. She's kind of a mid card, not too bad. For her special powers, looks like she has just about everything except for surprise attack, which is a passive. While this model performs an attack against a model that cannot see this model at the start of an activation, the attack gains +1 damage, and the target cannot benefit from defensive improvements. Oh, nice. So that's surprise attack. That's pretty good. She also has energy projection, just like the other 3 fellow teammates, blunt instrument and energy field. She's got offensive construct. That is her basic attack. Does 2 damage for 3 power, overload homing, range 8 or up close and personal. She has a power unleashed, which is her one-time attack, costs 5, does 4 damage, is an energy attack, range 8, explosive 5, nice, awkwardness 2. And then green blast, which is her one-time once per turn attack, which costs 3, it's an energy, does 3 damage, and it's penetrative. So a lot of these guys have the same abilities. There's maybe like one that's going to be different, which is usually their last final. Well, they're only 1 per use attack per game. All right. So that is Orisa, and if you notice, a lot of them have a lot of synergy with each other, which is pretty good. I mean, they are Green Lanterns. You'd figure they'd be working as a team base compared to a lot of individuals. All right. So now we got Kilowog. He's a 12 level to higher, Justice League, Green Lantern for affiliations, power 7, speed 4, 7, 10, strength 4, attack 6, size 3, agility 8, stamina 10, willpower 10. So he's a big boy. He can get up pretty good. He's got fly, energy, resistance to physical and energy, which is pretty good. Strategist and toughness 2. Strategist being pretty good, that means that he could probably lead the team if he wanted to with strategist. It's actually a pretty good skill. Let's see, physical 16, energy 15, his mind's a 16, and then his brain attack is a 14, which again, I'm not too sure what they are, but if you played the game, I'm pretty sure you know what these are called. Anywho, he's got a +1 attack, +1 power at full strength, loses it once he gets to his mid card, but he is +1 defense, which makes him a 17, which is not too bad. He actually does gain +2 defense once he's pretty weak. Gets +2, that makes him an 18, so it kind of toughens up as he gets weaker. Not too bad. So he's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So he's got 18 total health. So Kilowog's a big boy. He is not going to go down easy. All right, so for attacks, looks like offensive construct, which is his base attack, does 2 damage for power 3. It's a physical, he can overload it with homing. His tactical hit, which is his once per game, costs him 4, does 4 damage. It's also physical, has to be up close and personal for that one, and it does a stun 5. And then the once per round is his green blast. That is his energy attack. He does 3 penetrative. He's got the basic special powers, just like a lot of the other Green Lanterns. He's got energy field, blunt instrument, and an energy projectile, but then he is a drill sergeant, which costs 1. It's a reactive ability that he can use as long as he has the energy to pay it. So it's a range 8. A friendly model with affiliate Green Lantern performing an attack or a special power may reroll any dice. So yeah, these Green Lanterns are going to be a lot of fun to play just because of all the synergy that they have going on with all their abilities. And then last but not least, the man himself, Guy Gardner. In case you haven't heard, he's coming out in the new Superman movie, which I'm pretty excited. I'm hoping that movie does really good. But getting off topic, let's go back to the card. Guy Gardner, he's a level 12 to higher. He's affiliate Justice League and Green Lantern. Power 7, speed 5, 8, 12, strength 2, attack 7, size 2, agility 8, stamina 9, and willpower 11. He has fly, energy, and heroic action. Defenses, he's a 16, looks like all the way down except for his mind, which is a 14, which is kind of funny. But anyhow, he has an endurance. Man, he's pretty good. +2 attack, +2 power when he's at full strength. Goes down to +1 attack, +1 power once he's at mid card, and then once he's weakened up, he has nothing, but doesn't gain any negatives, which is good. So he's got a 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16 total health for Guy Gardner. And then we're looking at his abilities in the back. Looks like offensive construct, which is his basic for 2 damage. It costs him 3. And it overloads for homing, and he could do it in hand-to-hand, or he can do it within range 8. His special ability is a last effort, which is his once per game, costs him 5, it does 6 damage, nice, and it has an overload and a push 6, which is pretty good. Green blast, of course, that's what everybody else has. Range 3, does 3 powers, his energy attack, penetrative. And then special powers, he's got his energy field, the blunt instrument. He actually has 2 extra powers here. Energy projection is the same as everybody else, but he has arrogant, which is a passive. This special power, of friendly models that wish to affect this model would cost 1 additional, of course. It's going to cost you an additional power. The special power of friendly models that wish to affect this model would cost 1 additional power. Oh yeah, that sounds like Guy Gardner. All right, so he's arrogant, so any type of special power you want to do for him is going to cost you an additional 1. Goody. All right, so the Gardner, so this is another passive he has. When this model makes an attack, it may gain +1 damage and +1 attack, but at the end of the activation, the opponent may move this model up to 6 inches. So he's going to be doing extra damage and +1 attack, but he's going to be getting closer because the opponent gets to move him. So he can either have the choice to move him closer so that he can smack him, or he can push him away to kind of get him out of the action. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, but you wouldn't have Guy Gardner any other way. All right, so those are all the cards. Take a quick look at these models. I'm pretty sure this video has gone long enough. All right, so let's see. Here's some bases here. Looks like that's, I guess somebody that's maybe flying up. And then we've got another one. Some of these bases are kind of the same, so just bear with me. I'm not too sure whose is whose. But that looks like Salak. He's got all his blades, so we'll know that that's his. And then we also have here, I think that's also Salak. That looks like Salak, so we will put that there. Oh, here's Guy Gardner, and there he is right there. All his glory. Looks like he's got a little bit of hair stiffy that we're gonna have to probably clean and get it cut up there. Then he has his base with holes already there conveniently, so that way we can just kind of put them in place, which is pretty cool. And once again, there is a little bit of, looks like molding there that we're gonna have to just kind of shave off and clean up. So not really, again, it's not really much of a big problem. If you have a sharp X-Acto, it just comes off right quick. Just give it a good clean. And here's the rest of Zalek. That's his body right there. He looks pretty neat. I love the detail on him. And once again, if you haven't seen the videos that we posted on our DC Universe games, we'll put the link in the description below so that way you guys can check that out. And I will try my best to get these guys painted up and maybe bring the game back on the channel one more time just to see if anybody shows any other interest. Looks like this is Arissa. And they all have that little thing on their head. I guess that's where the mold, the little mold thingy, I guess that's where they clip it off, but they all have it right on the head. But I'm very happy that the head is intact. I don't know if you guys have ever fixed Marvel Protocol miniatures where the head is off and you have to glue each piece of the head. Like you have to glue an ear, nose, and it's just, it is not fun. I do not like that. I'd rather fix these that are just like in 3 pieces and it's just an arm that I have to glue. I don't have to worry about gluing their hair or their eyes all together. I really don't like that. All right, and let's see. Oh, it looks like this is, man, I forgot the rabbit. The rabbit's name. Forgot his name. But look, this is all one solid piece, which is good. There's his head, there's his tail, there's the body. Clip him off, he's good to go. Boom, done. That's the kind of models I like to just glue, just fix up right away. And bases, which of course is gonna hide all this building because of the custom bases that they have already. And there's another base. There's somebody's leg. That might be Guy Gardner's. Yeah, that's Guy Gardner's leg. And there's his little hand there. I'm sorry that my phone won't focus very well. I'm guessing it's this back piece that might be kind of messing it up, but there's a leg there. I'm pretty sure that's Guy. I don't even know where I put him. There he is. And I'm pretty sure that's Guy Gardner's leg. And it looks like that is Kilowog. And it looks like just a little bit of cleaning I'm gonna have to do on his ring. And it looks like there's one more piece up here, and this is of course Kilowog himself. And a lot of this will just come right off. It's not a whole lot of flash on here. It looks like it's pretty clean except for some of this stuff that just needs to be clipped off, and then some under the armpit there that just needs to be cleaned up. Oh, there's some right there as well. You can see it. But with a good new X-Acto, that stuff just comes right off. And then that's probably Kilowog's base because it's the biggest. And I'm pretty sure he is the big guy. That's his other leg there. That's just real easy to glue. And it looks like we got another base. And then this is, looks like this probably Kilowog's also. It's probably his other, yep, it's his other hand. Or yeah, that is his other hand. It looks like he's forming like an energy ball. Kind of throwing it up in the air. And I think that's everything. Yeah, that's it. And there you have it, guys. There is the Green Lantern Corp as well as Hal Jordan from the Knight Models line. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me below. If you guys want to check out more of this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you guys want to check out more DC Universe content, we do have some videos already preloaded. And once again, I will put those in the description below so that you guys can check that out. And check out Knight Models. And if you guys have not heard of this game, they do have miniatures that are still available for this game. It is very much still alive. I'm hoping that they'll bring back more stuff from this game. And hopefully they'll just give it some new life. Maybe put a 2-player starter out there. Maybe give it a fresh new rule set. It has been a while since we've seen anything from DC Universe. I know that they're still doing Batman and they're still doing Harry Potter. And I think Game of Thrones is something new that they just launched. But man, I would love to see some more DC Universe stuff coming out, especially some more models, since there's tons of superheroes that I know that they have not done. But that's going to be pretty much it for this one, guys. Feel free to check us out also on our Patreon if you guys want to help support the channel, and give us a like and subscribe. Appreciate everything y'all are doing for the channel, and don't forget, always paint your walls crimson. Take care, guys.